Shalom. I want to give all praises, all glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect, starting with the 144,000 and the 1/3. It's the brother Atazawam coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, with another lesson, Lord willing. I hope and pray that it's edifying. All right, I'm going to be going into how it's going to get harder, but we're going to get stronger. Okay, this truth is going to get harder, but we're going to get stronger so that we'll be able to deal with the straight gate that's coming our way. Okay, and that's pursuant to the book of Matthew, the 7th chapter, dealing with the straight gate. Now, the straight is that word goes into a course of difficulty, and when we woke up to this truth and we found Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, or should I say, the Lord found us and called us back to this heavenly treasure. It came with a yoke. Okay, we became spiritual prisoners unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and the form of enduring in this truth is going through difficulty. Now, the difficulties that we've gone through thus far really priming us for the difficulties that we're going to go through in the coming future. Okay, and that's why it's important to understand what you gotten yourself involved in, because it is going to get harder. 100%. And I've, done several videos, and I quote this all the time to the brothers here in the Atlanta church. We've not gotten to the hard part yet. We haven't made it to the hard part yet. And that's something that I always keep in my mind. Even when things do get hard for myself, I always think, well, it's going to get harder. And you have to think like that, because it puts you in a mind frame to go through whatsoever is brought upon you. Okay, so this is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Okay, so you got two ways that you can enter in. You can enter in through life, or you can enter through death. Okay, now the gate of death is wide. Many people can fit in at one time. Okay, it's broad, it's in the open, it's easily accessible. It's trending. It's the it thing, death. But the straight gate is narrow. Okay, the straight gate, one can go in at a time. The straight gate is full of difficulties and obstacles and hurdles, but it's the only way that leadeth to the kingdom of heaven. And that's the gate in which we must walk. Okay, and that gate, that along that path, is going to get more narrow. Meaning it's going to get tighter. It's going to get harder. Judgments are going to be going out. We're approaching an economic collapse. We're approaching a transitional phase in the U.S. currency and global currency. Okay, we're approaching extreme levels of inflation. We're approaching war, domestic terrorism, invasions, and all type of climate change, or whatever you will. And we have to endure through those things. Okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, because it's the Lord's will that we do endure if we be of that number. That's why it's important to give diligence to make your calling of election sure. Stay occupied in prophecy, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, occupy till I come. Okay, because that keeps that motor going. Okay. It says, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. That's why the scriptures say many are called, but few are chosen. All right. Now you see these Hebrew Israelites getting ready to set up a unity blitz in Chicago. I guess they're going to run down on a Palestinian parade and get some get back from what they're saying, which to me it sounds carnal, but they're not entering in at the straight gate. Okay, they're not entering in at the narrow path, because if so, you'd be using wisdom along this course so that you could overcome these obstacles. You wouldn't be walking head first towards an obstacle. You'd be preparing yourself to overcome that obstacle. And that's the difference between us and them. Okay, it says, verse 14, because straight is the gate. And like I mentioned earlier, the word straight, the definition of that word, it means a course or a path of difficulty. So the Lord purposefully set this truth up so that you can have a hard time. And in having a hard time, it will teach you to suffer and endure and to have faith and to be patient and to be humble, and to be contrite, be brotherly and kind. Okay? Be an excellent example of a vessel of Yahweh Bashem Awashai. Because you're going through excruciating moments. You're going through extreme moments of difficulty to test your character. And the Lord is allowing us to overcome. Okay? So it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So the elect number is the smaller number. And there's a small number of men that's finding this course and walking it properly. So brothers, it's going to get harder. Okay? Because we have to level up. The show is not over yet for us, brothers. Okay? It's actually just beginning. So these prophecies is kicking now. Now we're seeing, we're seeing the phase of the revelations coming to pass on these prophecies. So now that means the Lord's going to kickstart our spirit. But in order to kickstart our spirit and get our faith on a level, we must be tried also and endure. That's why I take this truth serious. Okay? Let's get another scripture in the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, start at verse 7. All right? Matter of fact, I'll read 6. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach. So the faith that we've been given in Yahweh Bashem Awashai is way more precious than anything that we value in this flesh. Okay? Because that faith is going to be translated into salvation. Okay? But yes, our faith is going to be tried with fire. The fire represents adversity. Okay? Or afflictions, like the scriptures speak about the furnace of affliction. So afflictions and adversity is likened unto fire, because fire does what? It tests you. It tries you as it does gold. It purges you from impurities. It purges you from old thinking patterns, the corruptible way. Okay? And once that fire that you go through purifies that faith, then, Lord willing, will be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua. And that's what we want, brothers. We want to be found as a vessel or a lump, meat for the master's use, that'll be translated to salvation. So it's going to have to get harder. Okay? So it's important right now to continue to watch, continue to pray, stay on point, teach what was taught, be humble and contrite in the spirit, pray, fast. Okay? Make sure you're studying and reading and you're occupying your time with the spirit. Okay? Because we're getting ready to go into a heavy part of this ministry. Very heavy, brothers. Okay? And it's not to be taken lightly. Okay? Let's get another scripture. All right, I'm going to go to the Apocrypha in the book of Ezra, or I believe it's second Ezra. Let me see. No, it might be Sirach. Let's try Sirach 7. No, that's not it. Second Ezra. All right, this is the book of Second Ezra 7 and 3. It says, and I said, speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? So once we go through this narrow path, it's actually going to lead to a broader place, which is the kingdom of heaven. And we're close. We're close to the kingdom of heaven. We could be months away from being translated. At least we endure. Because the entrance is narrow. And if you ever walk through a narrow entrance, it can become very uncomfortable. Okay? So it says, but put in case the entrance were narrow like a river, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? Verse 6, there is also another thing. A city is builded, and that city represents Jerusalem. But before it's the physical city manifests in the earth, the Lord has put the kingdom of heaven within the elect. Okay? So the elect is already a city right now. That's why the scripture says the kingdom cometh not with observation, where you say the kingdom of heaven is here or there, but the kingdom of heaven is within us. Okay? So the same spirit, the same bond that we have in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to be translated over to an actual physical kingdom. Okay? It says, and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. And that's being here in America, wherever you will, throughout the four corners of the world. This is a dangerous world. This earth is full of death and destruction, and everything is backwards. And we have to endure this shit. Now we're watching these different governments crumble. The currency around the world is being weakened. Wars is all over the place. The internet is destroying people's minds. Truth is flourishing, but at the same time, so is lies and folly. Okay? So this is a very dangerous place. It says, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. That's a very dangerous course. If you got a raging fire on one side and you have a deep, dark, raging sea on the other side, and you walking a narrow course with these things on either side, that means you have to what? You have to ponder the steps of your feet. That means you have to move very carefully and meticulously, man. You have to be on point because it's going to get tougher. But when it gets tougher, it's going to make us tougher. Okay? And that's what we're about to have to go through. Everything is not going to continue to go as is. Things are going to make a drastic change. And that's what a lot of people in this world are not privy to. Once America decides to make that move here on its own soil, that's when things is going to get very interesting. Lives are going to be taken. Lives are going to be tested. People are going to be put in concentration camps, led to the slaughter. There's going to be an insurrection in the streets. There's going to be a cry from the fish gate. The imports are going to slow down. Jobs are going to be slow. Any type of financial support is going to be backed up or suspended. So it's going to be very, very, very testy, man. Okay? 8, it says, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. And that's likened unto us. We're walking this course individually, but we're all walking in the same direction towards the kingdom of heaven. So you best believe that it's gonna get tighter, especially as we get more towards the end. Okay? That's why you have to gird up the loins of your mind. You got to pray that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua keeps your mind strong. That he keeps your mind intact. Okay? That you walk honestly and truthfully. Okay? That you be humble. You do your first works, man. Okay? So therefore, you'll be able to escape those said perils. Okay? It says, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So yeah, listen, it's nothing to be worried. It's nothing to be scared about. It got to go down like that, man. That's the only way that we can get to where we want to go. Shit got to hit the fan, man. Okay? It has to go down. There's no other way to get in corruption unless corruption falls, unless corruption is taken out of the way. Okay? And at the fall of a great kingdom, everybody feels it. You're going to feel that fall. It's a fall. It's a great fall. Okay? But the Lord has prepared us. The Lord has given us time. He's given us time to soak this in. He's given us time to get our feet underneath us and do this works, to really get familiar with the scriptures and do research and get it and develop a greater relationship with Yahweh Bashem Awashai. He's given us the time to prepare. Like the scriptures say, time and chance happen to them all. Okay? So the Lord gave us the time to get our minds right, and he's still giving us time. Yeah, we're on the edge of our seat, but it ain't hit yet. At least not here in America. It ain't hit yet. These people still online having gender wars. There's still, people still got to wake up tomorrow, go to work. Still food in the stores. The dollar is still in rotation. So it hadn't even hit yet. But once it hit, you better believe things are going to get straighter. They're going to get tougher for everybody. Okay? Not just us, the whole world. Okay? It says, verse 9 again, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, that represents the elect, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Okay? So this is our portion. This is what the Lord prepared for us, and this is what we have to digest. It's going to get harder. It's going to get harder, Akim. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm saying that to prepare you. It's going to get tougher. But you better believe Yahweh Bashem Awashai is going to be with his elect. Okay? The Lord is going to be with his elect in these latter times when shit get hard. Because he's going to intervene. That's how he's going to show his power. When he intervenes. Okay? But we must show faith on our end. See, we're not these big, bad, tough guys sitting around trying to self-will ourselves into a position. We're waiting on Yahweh Bashem Awashai to come back and establish us in the earth. Okay? As he's doing now, but he's going to do it on a greater level. All we have to do is teach the word and endure it. Have faith. And let the Lord work upon us, man. This is not our program. A lot of these guys think that this is their program. Okay? No, this is not your program. This is Yahweh Bashem Awashai's program, and we're vessels. Okay? So you better believe, for you guys that's taking this thing lightly, man, the Lord is getting ready to turn up the flames on your ass, man. Playing games, man, being simple, and you misleading the flock. Yahweh Bashem Awashai gonna kill you, Jakes. Just keep it real, man. Like, we've been talking about this a lot lately, man. A lot of you Hebrew Israelites that's in this thing and you claim that you had the truth, a lot of you, Yahweh Bashem Awashai is going to put to death in great numbers. Because you're refusing the wisdom, you're refusing the counsel, you're not doing anything scriptural, you don't prophesy, you teach against the MOTB, you're having these goddamn parties and these illustrious Passovers celebrating your leader over Yahweh Shai. A lot of y'all don't teach the name. A lot of y'all think that the Negroes are the only, the blacks only is the 12 tribes. Adultery going on, weed smoker going on, rap music with guns going on. Okay? Strippers at the Passover. It's just complete chaos. So eventually it's going to stop. The Lord is going to put a stop to it. And you guys don't bring these scriptures out because it applies to you. So once the Lord turns this thing up and that straight gate becomes tighter, only a few going to be able to make it through that portion. Okay? The remnant of the elect. Let me get this quick scripture real quick in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 1:9, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, not a small remnant, a very small remnant, we would have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. So if it was up to these guys and we really had to look up to them, man, we'd be through. We'll be toast, man. But you have guys out here and more looking like the elect. More every day, more and more, you're starting to see the brothers that's doing the right thing for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We got a good chance. We have a good chance of being a part of that number, but we must remain. We must continue. That's the key. We have to endure. We have to pray for those things and ask Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and He give these things liberally, man. See, the Lord is not a cruel king. The Lord is just. The Lord is balanced, and He's merciful. But He expects us to carry ourselves in a manner that's respectful towards Him. And that's what a lot of these jakes ain't doing, man. So there's a real worldly vibration that's being adopted into being a Hebrew Israelite. And it wasn't like that when I first woke up at all. It was nowhere near that. Okay? I looked at this thing like, wow, man, this is like a total different lifestyle. You know? Then slowly over the years, you started to see more niggerism being introduced into Israel through novices, man. Through young men being lifted up with pride, and now they're polluting the whole thing. So what you think the Lord's going to do? It's time to clean it up. And a part of that cleaning up means it's going to get tighter for us. So gird up your minds like the scriptures say. Matter of fact, let me get it. Okay? Because now is the time. Okay? There's no like Elder Monatazat did the video with Elder Ainat and Elder Tazadakba. It was entitled, we don't no longer say the quiet before the storm. We in the storm now. The storm is already formed, baby. Okay? Like Apostle Hart said, we already in World War III. The end of World War III is going to be the ICBM nuclear missiles. But the nations are gathering right now. There's Bible prophecy. Okay? This is Job 40:7. Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee and declare thou unto me. Okay? So meaning prepare your minds. Like get in a manly vibration. Don't be no hoe ass nigga. Don't be no scary ass Jake. Know your power. Trust in your power. Believe in Him. Endure the things that's going to come. If you do get weak in the flesh, you pray. You ask for the Lord to give you the spirit to endure and have faith. Because now and never. So Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Kakodash. Once again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors and respect and blessings to the elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom.